Y'all, happy weekend. I hope you guys have a safe and wonderful, blessed weekend. So, this the Tasha Scott, Rocky, and Unique situation is very, very messy. And so, I know you guys have watched the phone call. I guess it was an interview, but it was a phone call. So, and Rocky act like he don't know what the fuck he was saying. Or what was going on. He didn't know what was going on. But he very much knew. And then when he said about people told him not to call, you should have listened. Because doing this job that we do as content creators is to push out the big stories, the surprising stories, to get it noticed by everyone and to be unique when you do your story. So by saying that is, everybody done seen this interview, the ones that went over to TashaK.com, but everybody done heard the phone call. So, not to seem like y'all gonna be getting the same type of content, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of backstory, baby, on Rocky Bivens. So, with further notice, hey, what's going on, kings and queens, my crowns, my tiaras? I am who I am, what I am, that girl. I am Queen 318 Represented Ziva, and you guys are tuning into who, what? House of Queens TV. And thank you guys so much for coming over here. Subscribe if you want to do so. Thumbs up, and make a comment in the comment section so I know if you like the content in the commentary. For further notes, let's go. Let's get it.
And deleted all his fucking text messages. And he was like, pull out your phone.
Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9.
Yeah. Come on in here. Let's go. Let's get it. Thumbs up, thumbs up. House of Queens TV, my kings and my queen. Let's go. Yeah. So, he did the the phone call with Tasha K, and he was talking about the BBC interview. So, to give y'all just a little bit of the contents of what he was talking about over there, I'm going to let my good old girl, Bunny Blue, hey baby, tell y'all a little bit more about the BBC interview. So, like I said, let's go, let's get it.
And I was just like, it piqued my interest, and he was speaking in such a manner that it made me need more context. Because the way he was speaking, I put it in my notes, because sometimes I forget like the words I want to use to explain.
And so when y'all hearing Bunny Blue talk, and I got this Tasha K up, I am a visual type of person. I just can't come on here and talk and just show y'all a picture, because I'm not showing my face when I'm talking to you guys. You guys are just hearing my voice. So, like I said, I'm a visual type person. I don't know how many people out there are like me, like a visual. I just can't sit here and just listen to someone talking. I have to see, what's going on. So you're going to see this Tasha K stuff right here, but you're going to be hearing Bunny talk about Rocky and the shit that he got going on leading up to, and give a little context of what he was talking about with Tasha K. A whole bunch of shit, nothing. Talking in circles, thinking he's getting over, trying to be smooth talking, because he ain't talking to no weak ass woman. He's talking to a strong ass woman. Tasha K is not weak minded. She been here. So he thought he could woo her over and talk in circles to confuse her. Child.
What I'm picking up, because I know sometimes it's hard for people to catch what I'm putting down. Okay? But in my notes, I put somewhere in there how fast he was talking. Yes, talking fast, not saying anything, breaking up sentences. And that was another thing for me. Like, constantly breaking up his sentences in a way that made me feel like you're doing something so that you don't have to tell us the truth. It's like I can't think of the lie I want to tell fast enough, or I don't want to say too much because I don't know what can be proven later on. It was just a lot, okay? And because I did not feel like us sitting through that, I just went ahead and made notes. So we're going to talk about, first we're going to start with Tijuana, aka the Mistress, BKA Unique, okay? We're going to talk about her portion of the interview first. Then we're going to get into Rocky and Tasha's phone call that he didn't know she was recording. Child, when people going to learn? Because he acted like he knew who she was, but apparently you really didn't know who she was. That's what it's giving. It's giving you thought you knew who she was, but you actually, okay? It's from Goddess Dawn. Hold up, is that, yes. It's from Goddess Dawn Speaks. Okay? Goddess Dawn Speaks on YouTube. Did this video a year ago during the R. Kelly trial. Okay? Specifically because Rocky was very closely connected to Rob. And the backstory that Rocky said, this was an interview she read and I listened to it, she said, and y'all can go, watch it for yourselves, was that R. Kelly met Rocky in a gym or something like that, and then invited him to do security, and then a homeboy who was on stage during stage work with R. Kelly, something happened. It was his brother. R. Kelly's brother was like doing the stage thing with him, and he didn't like it. It was like a FU to the brother, so he asked Rocky to do it. So now Rocky's on stage with R. Kelly and doing security. All throughout this time, he's also managing him. Tupac tells Rocky that you should be a manager because there are not many people who could handle Robert the way you do.
So if some of you guys do not know that Unique is a artist, I believe she's a singer. So we're gonna get in. This is her Instagram page. So we're gonna get into some of her videos as a visual while Bondi talk about this R. Kelly and Rock Bivens situation. So I think she's a rapper. Okay. Anyways, let's go. Let's get it. She be wearing the hell like them ugly ass blue boots. She's so old and she be dressed like a young ass thot.
You should be a manager. So Rocky is managing R. Kelly for free. And he was doing this because he felt like, I'm going to use R. Kelly to get where I want to go. So he don't even have to pay me because being around him is making me, be where I want to be. And he's very true. This is very true. Barry Hankerson is the one that gave him and R. Kelly the Rockland label that he was talking about during this Tasha K phone call. Okay? So it was a lot of conversation that lets me know what he was saying to Tasha without saying it to Tasha is, Tasha, I know you think this a big story, but see, I'm real big and deep in this Hollywood shit, in this black Hollywood shit. I go back to Michael Jackson and Britney Spears and Barry Hankerson and being present at Aaliyah and R. Kelly's wedding. Things like that. I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Which is why he kept mentioning the R. Kelly situation. And I'm going to tell you something. At the beginning of that phone call, he says to her, I always liked you because you knew what to say. And, you ain't make it so that I had to come out and say anything. And what that made me feel like is he liked the fact that when Tasha was reporting on R. Kelly's situation, she ignored his part in it. She didn't talk about his part in it. She didn't really bring him up as much. And that made him feel like, oh, I like Tasha. So when they get on the phone, there's this weird one-sided camaraderie that he's having with her because he likes the way he was kept out of the report about R. Kelly. Like, that's what it was giving me. That's what it was giving me, y'all, okay? And when he's talking about all of these, oh, I'm big, it's bigger than that, it's bigger than that, all of that is bigger than that talk means that I can get you tea on bigger stories if you let this little shit slide. That's what all of that sounded like to me. So it was like I needed to go and find more information and dig into the shit he was saying a little bit. Just a little bit, not a lot, okay? Just a little bit, not a lot. But it definitely made me like need to understand. Also, yo, he worked with R. Kelly for like 14 years. Like, he was there for a long time. And not only that, he and R. Kelly worked on B2K together because he was the assistant. So when you put him around all of these people, when you put him in all of these problematic circles, okay, you have to believe one or two, like a couple of things for me. For one is that you got mind control over Tasha, period. You've learned how to do it. You've been around people who do it. You also recognize that you cannot get paid for something at the beginning so that you can get a bigger payoff on the end, which to me translates to being in a relationship with a woman you may not necessarily be that into, but that you can like really build this thing with. Like, to me, that's what it feels like. It feels like the fact that you will work for R. Kelly for all of those years as a manager, as security, not get paid, and then tell Robert, you know what, don't pay me because I'm going to get mine anyway. To me, that means that you are okay with playing the long game. And your relationship with Latasha very much seems like somebody that played the long game. Yes. And also pimp mentality, knowing how to mentally manipulate women. Like, you're in circles with people that do this. And not only do they do it in their relationships, they do it in business. So when you tell me these are the circles of people that you've been around, and then you get on the phone with Tasha and you do all of this big chest, talking and shit about how big this is and who you are and how, you really laid back and what you got, who you can call and how you can get this shut down and you could have helped her with the Cardi B situation. All of that stuff. Yeah, man. That's giving you know how to manipulate and you know how to use situations at your advantage. And I said you felt grimy to me. And I feel like all of that backstory tells me you're absolutely giving grimy. Okay? You're giving grimy. And also I feel like there's going to be more shit coming out about Rocky, I believe. I could be wrong, allegedly, as it relates to him and Escape. There's going to be more stuff coming out. I don't think this Tamika check thing is the only issue. There's a reason why they don't have a manager right now. Also, y'all remember when we talked yesterday about Latasha's live? She said something that stuck out to me. She said, Candy is the one, and I know how y'all feel when, about me and Candy and all of this, but hear me out. She said in that live that Candy is the one that asked for him to be their manager back in the day in the 90s with Escape in 1995. Why would Candy, one of the youngest people in the group, ask for somebody that's only been managing and not even really managing like that for like a year? Why would she suggest that he's the manager? He said in his story, in this article that he, answered questions for, he said JD put him in charge of Escape. And the only reason why that happened was because of Latasha's faith in him. So yeah, no, we're not going to keep this, oh, it's Candy. With no, baby. Okay, that's a lie right there. That was a lie right there when you brought that up. Because I was like, why would Candy, if I recall, like, y'all came out, 94, 95, like, these are the years of the first two albums or whatever. And you mean to tell me that Candy, one of the youngest people, if not the youngest person in the group, is the one that's making decisions for who's going to manage y'all? That doesn't even make any sense. But that's what you said, though. In your video where you had the turtleneck and you was doing all the big arm gestures and shit. Like, and Rocky himself says that JD did that, and JD probably did that because you pressured him to do that. Also because of his connection with R. Kelly. And then you got Tupac speaking for him. And you got, Barry Hankerson eventually speaking for him. He had a lot of people. And honestly, y'all, I don't know if y'all pay attention, but to me, what I've noticed, even in business, even in corporate America, that the people who get where they get sometimes they get there because they know shit about people in certain places. They've seen things, they've been abreast of certain things, and they can use the information that they have to get where they're trying to go. I'm just saying, because everybody was real cool with R. Kelly in the 90s, even though this shit was going on back then and everybody knew about it. So that tells me that there are other people around that probably, kind of had, okay, like, so what's your boy name? Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner was like a place that everybody could go and do they creep shit. I feel like on some level R. Kelly might have been like a place that people could go and do they freak shit. And then you got Rocky being grimy, paying attention, being smart enough to only be with people that are of a certain age. The first thing he does when he gets solidified in the business is to wife up Latasha, which means he has somebody to say, oh, I got a woman, so y'all ain't got to put me in that. My woman my age. But at the same time, you're at the wedding. You know these people who are involved. And to me, it just seems like you know the right buttons to press with the right people. And that's why you were able to get where you got. But essentially, if Latasha had a business making $14 million the way you said she did in that interview, I would have to wonder why y'all are, doing all of this extra shit on reality TV if y'all don't really need the money. Why, why y'all stealing money? Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have questions. I don't quite understand, but it feels sketch. It feels sketch. Okay? So I'm gonna just start off right there. Okay? Make sure y'all like the video. So let me see if I can speed through this whole Unique situation. Unique really felt a way about Tasha K talking about the picture of her infant when she, she had the sonogram, and Tasha K got up there and said that it was fake and, all of this stuff. So the girl was really feeling the way. The girl wanted to rock Tasha. She was looking to come up around her weight on some street shit, okay? And she said, another thing, bitch, I'm fertile as fuck. And I was just like, wait a minute. Who said you wasn't fertile, my girl? What is going on? Like, Tasha must have really went in. And I remember that video, but I'm not going back to it. I don't need to. It's just not that important. Okay? But I know she went in on old girl. So she was really hurt behind what Tasha said about her ultrasound. She's been talking to him for almost 5 years. On July 15th of this year, it would have been 5 years. She has a picture with Candy at a Bedroom Candy event. So everybody thought that Candy paid her to come out and do this, but she said no. Even though she went up for Candy in the interview, and she says it just so happens that she decided to spray Rocky during the Soul Train Music Awards situation where Tasha wore the green dress, and then it was all of this y'all being mean to her, controversy, okay? But Unique, or Tijuana, likes to go to different events and meet people and take pictures. That's what she likes to do, okay? So she has several pictures with several different people. Then I forgot to mention that Rocky... No, I didn't forget to mention it. We're going to get to it. I'm sorry. Because, he threw out Trey Songz like that wasn't also a red flag for me. Never mind, okay? So she was in a full-blown relationship in her mind. She said she was being patient because basically he was telling her that he was going to be moving money from, he and Latasha's accounts over to an account with her so that they can buy a house together, and then they would be able to live and be together, and he would be able to just be happy because he's not really happy with her, and he's tired of living this fake life, I guess, for the business. That's what he's telling the girl, right? Like, I could believe that for sure. And she definitely had 5 years of text messages. Like, Tasha was scrolling for a long minute and stopping on certain things, and you just don't make up like text messages in a stream like that, like a thread, like that. No, like that's nah. Especially when Tasha was able to place the fact that he was sending out the same dick pic to different girls, including Unique. Girl, it's a lot. I'm just saying it's a lot. There's a lot going on just in that little bit, okay? But yeah. So she was pregnant 3 times, she said. Okay, that's why she said she was fertile as fuck. Okay? We know about the first pregnancy because that's the sonogram she posted. I mean, the ultrasound she posted, September 2021. He switched up on her after that. He told her that she was going to ruin their lives by being pregnant and blowing up the spot. He put a lot of pressure on her to, get rid of that pregnancy because he wasn't ready to leave yet. He hadn't gotten all of the money together yet. He threatened to take the baby from her. Oh, me and Tasha gonna take the baby. We're gonna take you to court and have your baby taken away. And honestly, y'all.
Okay, you guys. Okay. So that's gonna be the end of it. So like I said, I'm quite sure that the ones who did go to TashaK.com and check out her the interview with Unique. So that is the end of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the content and the commentary. That was Bonnie Blue. So this thing called life. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But put your faith in God. He will see you through his all understanding. I love you, God love you. I hope you love yourself even more. Keep in mind, it get greater later.